She sees you, she signals you, and you still hesitate. That hesitation is why interest fades. Most men do not miss out because women dislike them. They miss out because they wait for absolute certainty. You have lived this. She lingers when others leave. She texts at night when the world is quiet. Her eyes hold yours longer than they should. You feel the pull, then you second guess, and the moment slips away. Here is the truth men forget. Women rarely spell it out. They speak through timing, warmth, and quiet invitations. Your job is not to chase. Your job is to notice, to lead with calm, and to move when the window opens. When you act with steady presence, attraction grows because she feels safe to follow your lead. In this video, you will learn the clearest green lights. She wants you to make a move. You will see why each signal matters, how female psychology frames it, and how a Stoic mindset keeps you from overreacting or freezing. No games, no pleading, no confusion, just awareness, timing, and confident steps that raise respect. By the end, you will know what to look for and exactly how to act without fear or doubt. If you want more clarity in moments that count, subscribe and stay tuned, because this is where things change for you. Let's get into it. Number 1. She finds you alone for a reason. You ever notice how she always seems to show up when you're by yourself? Not when you're in a group, not when your friends are around, but when you're alone, standing at the coffee bar after a meeting, waiting in the gym parking lot, or just sitting outside taking a breath. That's not luck. That's intention. See, women are far more strategic than men give them credit for. They know when to appear, how to create space, and when to make you feel like it's just the two of you. When she finds you alone, it's not random. It's a quiet test. She wants to see how you carry yourself when no one else is watching. Does your presence stay calm, or do you start fidgeting like a teenager again? Take Jack, for example. He's 44, divorced for 3 years, back on his feet and working as a physical therapist. Every Tuesday, one of his co-workers, Lisa, 41, finds an excuse to run into him when he finishes with his last client. The clinic's empty. She leans against the counter, asks about his weekend, and laughs a little too easily. Jack used to brush it off. She's just being friendly, he'd tell himself. But here's the truth. Friendliness doesn't make a woman show up at the exact same time every week when everyone else has gone home. When a woman places herself in your orbit like that, she's offering a small window, one that opens only for a man who knows how to recognize it. The Stoics talked a lot about awareness, about seeing things as they are, not as you wish them to be. This is one of those moments. She's not going to declare, "I like you." She's going to make it safe for you to take the lead. Now here's where most men blow it. They either ignore the moment completely, or they rush in like they've been starving for attention. Both kill the spark. What you need to do instead is hold steady, make eye contact. Smile, not a salesman smile, but the calm, grounded one that says, "I see you." Keep your tone relaxed. Match her energy, then guide the conversation forward just one step. Maybe it's offering her a coffee next time, or simply saying, "You always catch me when the place is quiet." That line works because it's observant, not needy. It tells her you notice her without putting pressure on her. Lisa started opening up to Jack about her running routine, her kids, even her fears about dating again. Why? Because he didn't jump. He listened, he smiled, he stayed composed. That composure is the signal women look for. It's what separates attraction from anxiety. There's something magnetic about a man who doesn't break the silence too fast. That moment of pause, it builds tension, the kind that feels safe, not forced. When you stay calm, you communicate confidence without a single word. You become the stillness in a room full of noise, and that's exactly what draws her closer. So next time she happens to find you alone, remember, she's not asking you to chase her. She's giving you permission to engage. She's inviting you to lead. Recognize the setup, stay grounded, and respond from strength, not from need. If you've ever been in a moment like that when she appears out of nowhere and you can't tell if it's coincidence or interest, drop a comment and say, "I've seen this. Stay with me because this is just the beginning." Number 2. Her late-night texts say everything. Your phone lights up at 10:45, maybe close to midnight. It is her. The message is simple. "Are you awake? I was thinking of you." Or she sends a line about some tiny moment from her day. It does not read like business. It reads like connection. Late at night, the filters go quiet. People stop performing for the crowd. What remains is the mood they are in and the person they want to talk to. That is why these messages matter more than they look. Women rarely type out exactly what they feel. They signal with timing, tone, and the courage to reach when the world is still. A late message says two things at once. You are in her thoughts, and she feels safe enough to tap your name when she should be resting. That is interest wrapped in privacy. Read it for what it is. Think of timing as a language. The hour she chooses carries, meaning that plain words cannot carry. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. When you get a late text, your task is to keep your mind steady. Do not read desperation into her words. Do not project your own need onto the screen. Answer with calm. Be present, not eager. Respect the hour. Respect yourself. Most men make one of two mistakes. They flood the chat with long confessions, or they act cold to look strong. Both choices come from fear. A Stoic frame gives you a third option. Enjoy the moment without clinging to it. Respond in a way that keeps air in the conversation. Try something like, "I am up. Tell me what is on your mind." It is open, warm, and not pushy. It shows you can hold space. That is the trait that turns curiosity into trust. Keep your replies short, steady, and warm, without rush. Why do late texts matter so much? Because solitude turns down the volume on social noise. During the day, she plays roles. At night, she lives closer to her truth. If she reaches for you, she is opening a door. It may start with light topics, a joke, a song, a thought about work. Watch what happens if you meet her with steady energy. The tone softens, the talk lengthens, the focus shifts from updates to feelings. That is where attraction grows. Epictetus taught that it is not things that disturb us, but our judgments about things. Do not let your mind build a fantasy or a crisis. Let the moment be real and small. When you stop trying to force a result, you become easier to want. Women feel that difference. Calm men are rare. Calm men are remembered. If the messages keep coming on different nights, that is a pattern. Treat it as a green light, not a guarantee. Suggest a simple plan that respects her schedule. Something like coffee this week works for me. Thursday, after 6. You are not begging. You are leading. If she accepts, great. If she delays you, stay relaxed. You are a man with a life, not a man on call. If you have felt that late ring and knew it meant something, drop a comment and say, "I have felt that." Stay tuned because the next sign reveals how social circles expose interest long before anyone says a word. Number 3. Her friends already know about you. You may think you are early with her trying to read the room. Here is the truth most men miss. By the time you wonder if she likes you, her friends already know your name. Many women process attraction with trusted voices. They talk it through and test the feeling of describing you. If it sounds right when she says it, attraction deepens. Let us make this concrete. Mark, 52, runs a construction firm in Phoenix. He met Dana, 47, an interior designer who partners with his company on remodels. The first month was simple. Short meetings, jokes, 2 coffees in a busy lobby. On a Saturday evening, Dana met her sister and a friend for dinner. When the plates arrived, she said, "There is a contractor I work with." Then she said Mark, and she smiled without meaning to. That small smile was the tell. What happens next is subtle. Her friends ask questions. What is he like on stressful days? Does he keep his word? How do you feel after talking to him? She answers in fragments, and tone carries more than content. If she speaks with warmth, if she defends you a little, she is investing. She is placing an early claim on you in front of people who matter to her. The next week, Mark noticed something. A profile he did not recognize viewed his business page. Another liked an old photo from a community project. That was recon by the friend group. Women do not operate in isolation. Their circle looks for patterns. Is this man steady? Does he have a life that makes sense? Do people respect him? If the answers look positive, the green light brightens. If they look mixed, the pace slows, but the door stays open. Here is the mistake many men make. They try to win the friend group too early. They perform. They overshare. They push for an introduction. That pressure makes her cautious and signals need. The Stoic alternative is simple. Control what is yours to control. Your presence, your pace, your standards. Seneca said we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Do not script a movie in your head. Live like a man with a full calendar and a calm center. Let her learn that your reality matches the impression. A few days later, Dana teased Mark. She said, "My people think you are interesting." He did not pounce. He smiled and said, "Good things, I hope." Then he asked how her client presentation went. That small restraint did the heavy lifting. It told her he was not looking for approval. Later, when she invited him to a neighborhood art walk, he accepted with ease. No pitch, no speech, just a steady yes. So what should you watch for? Mentions of friends in passing. Casual lines like you would get along with them. A friend who seems to know a detail you did not share. Small social traffic from people in her orbit. Each clue points to the same truth about interest. She is running the story of you through eyes she trusts. Your job is to keep your frame so the story sounds better each time she tells it. If this sounds familiar, drop a comment and say, "I have seen this." Stay with me, because next we will break down how a woman flirts without saying a word and how you respond without breaking the rhythm. Number 4. She flirts without saying a word. You might think flirting always sounds like playful banter or bold compliments, but mature interest rarely announces itself with volume. It shows up in quiet signals that live between words. The man who learns to read these signals stops guessing and starts leading. He does not chase. He notices and he responds with calm. Start with the eyes. When her gaze returns to you, holding for a beat longer than politeness requires, that is communication. Eyes carry warmth, curiosity, and a spark of risk. Add the face and the mouth. A soft smile that rises slowly, or a lip bite she seems to catch, often reveals a current she does not want to name yet. None of this is an accident. It is interest choosing safety. Watch orientation. If she turns her shoulders and hips toward you in a group, she is choosing your presence over the room. Mirroring matters too. If you adjust your posture and she follows, her body is signaling alignment. Fidgeting can be a tell. She touches her hair, smooths a sleeve, or straightens a necklace. That is nerves and desire trying to stay composed. A stoic frame sharpens awareness. Epictetus said we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we can listen twice as much as we speak. Listening here means noticing without pressure. Do not hunt for proof. Observe reality. Let the moment breathe. When you give her the space to reveal interest at her pace, trust grows. Most men rush the quiet. They fill it with jokes, bragging, or a rapid fire of questions. That noise chases away the feeling they want to build. Hold your ground. Keep your tone low. Keep your sentences simple. Match her rhythm. If she leans in, accept it with still eye contact and a slow nod. If she laughs softly, let your smile meet hers, then rest. Tension rises in the pause, not in the performance. There is a practical way to respond. Offer a light observation that names the moment without pressure. Try, "You have a calm way of looking at me. It feels good." Then let silence work for you. Or shift the setting with leadership that respects her comfort. Say, "I am grabbing tea after this. Join if you want." You are not pleading. You are opening a door. Marcus Aurelius wrote to be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. Apply it here. Do not demand clarity or guarantees. Be strict with your own composure. Guard your posture, your tone, and your pacing. She does not owe you a confession. She owes herself safety. When you protect that, you become the man she wants to trust. Remember that silent flirting is a conversation of presence, the glance that lingers, the head tilt that invites, the way she stays when she could leave. Your calm read of those signals is the attraction. It tells her you see her and will not make her regret being open. Before we move on, a quick invitation. If these breakdowns help you build real confidence, consider becoming a channel member. Members get extended lessons, weekly practice sheets, and private Q&A. It is for men who want depth, discipline, and results. If you have felt that wordless spark, drop a comment and say, "I want this." Stay tuned, because next we shift into distance and timing, and why a single step back can pull her closer. Number 5. Her warm energy gives it away. You can fake words, you can fake smiles, but you can't fake energy. A woman's warmth is the one thing she can't control when she's drawn to you. You'll feel it before you understand it, like the air between you changes. She becomes more open, softer, lighter in your presence. That's what real attraction looks like when she's trying not to show it. Let's bring this to life. Robert, 55, works as a financial advisor in Austin. He's grounded, quiet, carries himself like a man who's been through storms and learned not to flinch. One afternoon, while meeting with a client at a coffee shop, he ran into Jenna, 49, a marketing consultant he'd met briefly months before. The moment she saw him, her whole energy shifted. She smiled, not wide, but genuine, shoulders relaxed, tone, soft, eyes lit up. She asked, "How have you been?" in a way that sounded less like small talk and more like curiosity. Robert didn't move fast. He simply noticed. Her posture leaned toward him, her voice lowered a little, her laughter came quicker than before. She asked small questions just to keep him talking. That's what men often miss. It's not what she says, it's how she feels around you. Warmth is her way of saying, "I feel safe here." When a woman's attracted, her nervous system changes first. She becomes animated, more expressive. Her tone rises slightly. Her eyes hold yours longer. And even when she tries to be subtle, her body betrays her calm. She lingers. When she could leave, finds reasons to stay a bit longer. That's warmth, unspoken, emotional openness. The Stoics talked about perception. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." When you carry yourself with peace, others absorb that calm. That's what's happening when her energy softens around you. You've created emotional safety without trying. And that safety becomes the space where attraction grows naturally. Here's the key: don't mirror her excitement too quickly. Most men see warmth and flood it with attention. They lean in too close, talk too fast, or start chasing validation. That kills the balance. You don't need to return energy with energy, you return it with grounded presence. Smile, keep your breathing slow, hold eye contact, and let her comfort rise at its own pace. That stillness amplifies her interest because it tells her you're not desperate for it. Robert did just that. He listened, smiled, and stayed relaxed. When she touched his arm during a laugh, he didn't flinch or make it awkward. He simply kept eye contact, nodded, and let silence do its work. That's when attraction shifts from potential to connection. Later, when she asked if he'd be at the same coffee spot next week, he smiled and said, "Probably. No promise, no chase. Just certainty and calm." Men who master awareness understand this. Warmth is never random. It's emotional honesty leaking through the cracks of composure. And it almost always means she's drawn to your stability. So next time you feel that soft glow in her tone, the extra patience, the easy laugh, the way she seems to focus only on you, don't rush it. Let it live. Hold the moment like it's meant to breathe. If you've ever felt that shift in energy when she walked into the room, when the air seemed to change just for you, drop a comment and say, "I've felt that." Stay with me because next we'll talk about the silent pull that happens when distance enters the picture and how separation can turn that warmth into longing. Number 6. She reaches out first. Most men underestimate what it means when a woman reaches out first. It's not random. It's not polite. It's her signal that you left an impression strong enough to stay in her thoughts. When she texts, calls, or sends a small, "Hey, you crossed my mind," that's not conversation, it's permission. Women don't gamble emotional energy on men they don't feel safe with. Every message costs her something: ego, vulnerability, risk. So when she reaches out first, she's testing the water, checking if your energy still feels steady. She's saying without words, "You made me feel something that I haven't forgotten." But here's where most men ruin it. They either jump too fast, flooding her with enthusiasm, or they act cold, trying to look in control. Both kill attraction. You don't need to prove anything. You need to stay centered. Calm responses communicate confidence better than any long paragraph. When she makes that move, read her tone, not her words. A short message can hold deep meaning if her timing is personal, late at night after work or on a quiet Sunday. Those moments aren't random. They're when emotion speaks louder than logic. If she's thinking of you when the world slows down, that's not coincidence, it's connection resurfacing. Epictetus said, "We have no power over what others do, only how we respond." That's Stoic wisdom applied to attraction. You don't control why she reached out, but you control your composure. Read, breathe, and answer like a man who values calm. No overanalyzing, no performance, just presence. Something simple like, "Good to hear from you. How have you been?" is enough. It acknowledges her effort without pressure. You're not chasing, you're welcoming. That's a power move in silence. A Stoic man doesn't chase validation, but he doesn't reject connection either. He lets what's meant for him approach, then meets it with steady grace. When a woman reaches out, she's showing interest, not offering control. Your job isn't to overreact, it's to show that your sense of self doesn't depend on her message. Sometimes she won't even text directly. She'll like an old photo, comment on a post, or react to something trivial. That's not coincidence, it's a soft tap on the shoulder. She's saying, "I'm still here, but I'm not sure if you are." The wrong move is ignoring it completely. The right move is gentle, acknowledgement enough to reopen the door without crowding it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The obstacle is the way." When she contacts you, don't see it as a test to pass. See it as a moment to practice stillness. Let her feel that your world is intact, whether she's in it or not. That's what pulls her closer, your balance, not your availability. Attraction doesn't grow from grand gestures. It grows from subtle reassurance, the kind that says, "I'm here, but I don't need to chase." So if she breaks the silence, recognize the courage behind it. Don't overthink. Don't play hard to get. Just be grounded, calm, and genuinely responsive. If you've ever had that surprise message appear and you instantly knew it wasn't random, drop a comment and say, "I've seen this." Stay tuned, because next we'll uncover what her silence really means and why sometimes saying nothing is the loudest signal of all. Number 7. She fixes herself when you're near. There is a quiet tell most men overlook. When a woman adjusts herself around you, she is not being vain. She is aware of you. She fixes her hair, smooths a sleeve, checks a window reflection, or stands a little taller. The act is small, but the message is large. Your presence matters to her body before clear words catch up. Let us ground this with real people. Ethan, 53, manages a team at a tech distributor in Seattle. He is steady and does not force conversation. One afternoon, he walks into a conference room for a vendor meeting. Olivia, 48, a partner rep he has met, is already there. As Ethan enters, Olivia tucks a strand of hair, adjusts her blazer and sits a touch straighter. When he takes a seat, she laughs softly at something simple and resets again. That is not coincidence. It is a shift in state. Attraction moves from mind to body first. She is not trying to impress every man. She is trying to feel composed in front of one. The key is how you respond. Do not mention her hair. Do not tease the adjustments. Stay calm. Hold posture. Keep your tone low and your sentences simple. You are not supposed to perform. You are supposed to lead the room with ease. Seneca said we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Apply that here. Do not invent a story. Notice what your eyes can verify. Orientation matters. If she faces you fully, even with others present, that is selection. Mirroring matters. If you shift and she mirrors, that is alignment. Fidgeting matters. If she resets jewelry, smooths fabric, or does a quick self-check, only when you appear, that is awareness you created. Ethan keeps the frame. He opens a folder, meets her eyes for a second and says, "Good to see you." His delivery is warm but not eager. During the meeting, Olivia asks him 2 questions she could have asked anyone. She is building thread. When the talk wraps, Ethan stands first, thanks the group and lets the silence breathe. Olivia lingers, then asks about a timeline she already knows. He answers briefly and lets the moment rest. No press, no rush. She leaves smiling with that same hand to hair. The move you make is simple. Offer an easy next step that fits the setting. Say, "I am grabbing coffee before my next call. Join if you want." If she accepts, keep the pace unhurried. If she declines, stay centered and friendly. Desire grows in space, not pressure. Marcus Aurelius advised being tolerant with others and strict with yourself. In practice, protect her dignity and police your reactions. She does not owe you revelation. Your job is to provide calm conditions where interest can surface safely. When you stay composed, she will keep showing more of herself without feeling exposed. So remember the signs. The quick hair touch after eye contact, the way her shoulders square toward you, the self-check that happens when you arrive. Those are not random. They are her body choosing to be seen by you. If you have noticed that shift and knew it was not about mirrors or lighting, drop a comment and say, "I have seen this." Stay with me, because next we will uncover how her eyes hold you longer than they should and how to respond without breaking the charge. Number 8. Her eyes hold you longer than they should. There's a moment in every connection where words stop mattering. You say something small, and she looks at you, not just a glance, but a pause that stretches longer than logic allows. Her eyes stay searching, soft but charged. That look is not politeness, it's her guard lowering. When a woman holds your gaze longer than she should, she's not just seeing you, she's feeling you. Eye contact is the oldest language of desire. It bypasses speech and reaches instinct. She might look away quickly at first, but then return drawn, testing if you'll notice. If you do, and you stay calm instead of flinching or chasing, her attraction deepens. The silence between looks becomes a quiet current. That's what most men miss. They think connection is built through talk. In reality, it's built through presence. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." When your mind is steady, your eyes show it. A woman feels that. She reads composure before confidence, calm before charm. If your gaze carries peace instead of need, she relaxes, and once she relaxes, attraction starts to bloom. When her eyes linger, that's her emotional truth slipping through. She's revealing interest without admitting it. The eyes are safer than words because they let her feel without risk. That's why she may hold the look, then laugh, shift her weight, or say something random to break the tension. She's grounding herself after exposure. The Stoic man doesn't rush to fill that silence. He lets it breathe. He knows the power isn't in the stare, it's in the calm that follows it. Most men panic. They joke, look away, or start explaining something pointless just to escape the heat of that pause. Don't. Let it live. The eye contact is not a challenge to win. It's a signal to hold. Epictetus said, "No, great thing is created suddenly." That applies here too. You don't force chemistry by intensifying the gaze. You let it unfold naturally. A slow glance, a small smile, a moment of quiet. These are the bricks that build tension with grace. If you want to master this, remember, her eyes will always tell you more than her words. They dilate slightly when interest rises. They follow you when she pretends not to. They soften when she feels seen. When she looks at you like that, it's not about your clothes, your words, or your status. It's about how your presence feels to her nervous system. Stoicism teaches control through awareness, not suppression. Control your urge to label every glance. Let it exist without needing to know where it leads. When you can stay still in that uncertainty, she senses your depth. That's what separates a man who attracts from a man who chases. One needs attention, the other radiates stability. If her gaze lingers, a heartbeat longer than expected, don't break it. Hold it for that extra second. Let the silence carry weight. Then when she looks away, keep your posture steady. You've said everything without speaking, and that's the art here. Communication without words, interest without force, desire without rush. It's subtle, but she feels it. The eyes don't lie, they reveal what she's trying to hide. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best answer to anger is silence." The same applies to attraction. The best answer to her unspoken signal is peace. Be still, be aware, and let her come closer. If you've ever shared that look, the kind that lasts too long to be accidental, drop a comment and say, "I've seen this." Stay tuned, because next we'll explore how absence makes her obsession grow and why sometimes not showing up at all is the strongest move you can make. Number 9. Her nervous energy tells the truth. When attraction is real, it leaks through the cracks of composure. A woman might say she's fine, that she's calm, that you don't affect her, but her body says something else. The voice softens the breath, quickens the laugh, comes too soon. That restless energy, that tiny chaos beneath the surface, is where truth lives. Let's bring this down to earth. Daniel, 56, owns a small accounting firm in Chicago. After his divorce, he swore he wouldn't get caught up again. But then came Laura, 51, a client's friend who stopped by to discuss a charity project. They'd met once before, briefly, casually. This time she walks in composed, but something's different. Her voice trembles slightly on the first hello. She laughs before he finishes a sentence. Her hands move more than usual, adjusting her scarf, touching her pen, tucking her hair. Daniel notices it, but stays quiet. He doesn't flirt or fill the air. He lets her talk. The more he listens, the more her nervousness grows, not awkward but alive. She's trying to regulate what her heart has already decided. And the more calm he stays, the more her body tells the story she's trying not to speak. That's the beauty of it. Nervous energy is not a flaw, it's attraction in disguise. When a woman's energy shifts from composed to restless, she's not uncomfortable with you. She's uncomfortable with what she feels for you. And that's a powerful truth most men overlook. Epictetus once said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." The same idea holds here. A Stoic man doesn't feed off her nerves, he balances them. When you stay composed, she feels safe. When you mirror her excitement, she feels pressure. The key is balance, quiet strength against visible emotion. Daniel did exactly that. As Laura spoke, he leaned back slightly, smiled and nodded. He wasn't trying to charm her, he was grounding her. That energy shifted, her breathing slowed, Her tone deepened. The nerves turned into warmth. That's how real chemistry stabilizes. It moves from chaos to calm through masculine composure. Here's the mistake many men make. They confuse her nervousness for disinterest. They think, she's uneasy, maybe she's not into me. But unease often means the opposite. If she didn't care, she'd be relaxed. It's indifference that's smooth, not attraction. Attraction is messy, spontaneous, imperfect, and if you know how to hold space for it, it becomes magnetic. Seneca wrote, "To be calm is the highest achievement of the self." That's your role here, to be the calm center. When emotion moves around you, let her fidget, let her stumble on a word, let her flush, laugh, or over-explain. Each sign is honesty trying to hide. The moment you make it safe for her to be unguarded, she starts to trust you. Daniel walked her to the door after their talk. She thanked him twice, once with words, once with a small look that lingered. That glance wasn't nervous anymore. It was steady. He smiled, said, "Take care," and went back to work. That's how connection deepens without a single flirtatious line. Awareness replaces effort. So next time you sense that spark of nervous energy, the shaky laugh, the quick breath, the restless fingers, don't fix it. Feel it. That's attraction revealing itself in real time. If you've ever noticed her nerves and realized it wasn't fear, it was interest, drop a comment and say, "I've seen this." Stay with me, because next we'll close this loop, how her silence after all these signs isn't rejection, but the final stage of obsession taking root. Number 10. She says she's been thinking about you. When a woman says she's been thinking about you, it sounds casual, soft, maybe even harmless, but it isn't. That line is never about the surface meaning. It's a confession disguised as conversation. Because when she says those words, she's already been replaying you in her mind, your tone, your calm, the way you make her feel when things go quiet. Women don't announce that kind of thought unless something inside them has shifted. Most of the time, they test the phrase first. A small, safe version. "You crossed my mind the other day." If you respond with warmth but not pressure, she'll open up more. That's how emotional safety feels to her, steady presence without chase. Here's what's really happening. The human brain links memory to emotion. When she remembers you, it's not data, it's sensation. Maybe she thinks about how relaxed she felt around you, or how your stillness made her slow down. Maybe she remembers a look you gave her that said more than a sentence ever could. Whatever it is, she's not revisiting logic, she's revisiting feeling. Let's make this real. Christopher, 58, a retired Marine, turned small business owner in North Carolina, hadn't heard from Michelle, 52, in a few weeks. Their conversations had faded naturally, no argument, no ending. Then, one Friday evening, she texted, "You popped into my head today." That's not small talk. That's emotional recall. That's her subconscious saying you mattered. Christopher didn't overreact. He smiled, took a breath and replied, "Good thoughts, I hope." Nothing heavy, nothing needy. That line gave her space. Within minutes, she sent a longer message, something about how calm he always seemed, how she'd been thinking about one of their past talks. What began as "I was just thinking of you" became a gentle return to connection. The Stoics would tell you this is where composure reveals strength. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." You can't control why she thought of you or what she expects. You can only control how you receive it. Don't turn her words into a test or a transaction. Let them be what they are, a bridge back to emotional presence. The worst thing a man can do in that moment is inflate it, pressing for meaning, asking, "What made you think of me?" Attraction dies under interrogation. Curiosity is fine, need is not. The best answer is warmth wrapped in control. Simple lines like, "I was wondering how you've been too," or "It's good to hear from you." Keep the door open without stepping through too far. When a woman admits she's been thinking about you, she's letting her emotions reach across distance. It's her way of saying she still feels something she can't define. The mistake is assuming it's a guarantee. It's not. It's an opening, a signal that she's ready to reconnect with your energy if you stay calm enough to hold it. Christopher didn't chase or question. He kept his reply short, ended the conversation first, and went on with his evening. By Monday, she reached out again, this time with purpose. That's how attraction grows, when you give it space instead of demand. A woman who says she's been thinking about you is revealing the truth of her heart in the safest way she knows. It's not about the past. It's about the present moment where her thoughts and emotions finally align and they lead straight back to you. So now you understand the truth behind it, all the small signals that reveal when a woman is genuinely drawn to you. From her glances, her voice, her nervous energy, to those moments of silence that speak louder than words. Every sign is a reflection of how she feels your presence. When you approach these moments with stoic calm, you stop chasing and start attracting. You become the kind of man who doesn't beg for attention, you command it quietly through self-control and awareness. That's the real value of mastering this understanding connection without losing yourself in it. If you want to go deeper into these Stoic principles, how to apply them in real relationships, handle distance, attraction, and emotional control, join our member community. You'll get exclusive lessons, weekly deep dives, and private discussions to help you build strength, clarity, and presence. And of course, if you found value in this video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss tomorrow's lesson. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.